Hi Libra, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Libra, this has been a long time coming for you to get your love reading. I don't even know. I just know that I ended it on their Virgo reading, and then I did yours, and that was also a very screwed up reading in terms of everything. I remember the message was really beautiful, but there's something with a refreshed energy here now. Maybe, as always, some sort of reason why you get your love reading today, which is after the full moon in Aries, and it's also in this new energy, this new October energy. So specifically, let's see what's going on for you, Libra, in terms of your love story. I'm using the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue. There you go. The two foundations of, oh wow, of your love is 7 of Raphael and 19 the Sun. So let's start here. I'm going to try to work with this new camera, with this new computer. It's being a bit reflective here, the light. I do apologize for that. And because I'm so used to having it, it's not like looking yourself, it's a tiny bit to look yourself in the mirror. Everything is like mirrored, and so when I go this direction here, it goes the other way or the other way there. So bear with me. There seems to be something around your love life. There seems to be something that is completed. So perhaps, Libra, you've been working on yourself, or you've been opening up a whole heck of a lot, is what I want to say. This is my sort of typical chakra card. So it sounds like I'm saying Shaka Khan. Do we want to say what's on the bottom? Not too drawn to that, so I'm not going to read it out. So if you find a way to read that, please do, but I'm not drawn to those words. 7 of Raphael for me is all about a completion of some sort. I go on and on talking about my cake, if you heard me talk before. But here it comes again. You put the perfect ingredients together. You found the perfect ingredients in your life. So from whatever that is, you pieced together in terms of your love story. Perhaps you've been in a relationship which you felt like you needed more understanding. Another relationship brought that you felt like you needed to understand them better. A third one, or the same one, like you just pieced for each and every relationships that you've been in, not necessarily only the romantic relationships, but each and every relationship, excuse me, is giving a new ingredient to your cake that sort of is going to end up to be not the final maybe perhaps, but it's just, you know what you like and you know what you don't like. That's a fact. And so you piece these beautiful ingredients together, and we have the final cake. You put it in the oven. We have had a waiting game. It's been a pause or a limbo or a quiet time, whatever you want to call it. And now it's sort of time to take the cake out. You maybe perhaps even have done so, depending on where you're at in this particular time in your life. And it's time to reap the rewards. It's time to have your cake. And with Raphael, there seems to be some sort of healing. You become whole. And I'm so drawn to say, it feels like you've worked on each and every, because we have the chakra system here with the, if I can get it right now, purple, and I'm not going to point anymore because I point all over the card. Purple, blue, green, red, yellow. Every chakra system you have in your body, it's like you've been working on it, and lately opening it up more, like understanding more from each and every one of those energies. Maybe perhaps working more in terms of your throat chakra, like really understanding who you are, what you want in this world, being authentically you, and so forth. The red is more about like feeling more rooted, feeling where your base is at, maybe perhaps drawing to you more like support, feeling financially more secure, etc., etc. And then we have, not over there at all, then we have, oh my God, then we have this staircase. Where does it lead? It leads up to the heavens, if I can follow it. Oh my God, it's so tough. And then we have over here ducks in a row, like you're getting your ducks in a row. So for some of you, I feel like there could be something that you want to get organized. It's like this big coming, so this is for you if you're single, if you're coming together with somebody, if you're expecting somebody to enter your life, if you want to meet somebody, if it's that time for you, it's like you want to put the final pieces together. You want to organize everything so that it's like, it's almost like you know that they're coming over in a couple of days, maybe on a cup of coffee or whatever, and it's like you want to tidy up the place. That's sort of what it feels like. On a grander scale, it feels like you're getting yourself more ready for them. So that's the basis. And then we actually have the person. And if you listened to me before, you know that unicorns and peacocks are my indicator. It's just something that me and my guides have worked, like that's a thing for me. I know it's not general like in tarot or anything like that. But over time, it's just become my indication that if you, and then obviously it became a thing that the unicorn is everywhere now. It's like in toys, it's like in stuffed animals, it's everywhere. So, but it's interesting because it shows up, you understand when it's going to show, like when it shows itself. And to you, it might not be a unicorn or a peacock. It might be feathers, it might be a key, it might be, it could be a ladybug. I just received a ladybug for some, that you know that love is near. But for me, when the real soulmate connection, we're in the essence of meeting this person, the unicorn or the peacock shows up. And here we have the unicorn together with the sun. So the sun is like the happiest card. Excuse me. The sun is like the happiest card in the deck. We have all these gorgeous sunflowers here with number 19. And 19 is all about Prince of Heaven, which I've added Princess of Heaven, because I think we're all entitled to have the same thing, aren't we? So Princess of Heaven and Prince of Heaven, not gender specific though, is the energy of it. This is your person coming in with joy and happiness and gorgeousness. And I am drawn to the bottom there. So this is, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. Good on you, Libra. So, no, there you go. We're going to use this Mystical Wisdom card deck. Aren't these cards just the most... Mystical Wisdom, it's just gorgeous. I'm sorry, I am still a bit sore in my throat. It's a bit of residue since my cold. I took the small cup today. Because the big one was taken. So, some clarification. What more do we want to give to Libra in terms of their love story, please? Oh, Libra, I can't tell you how happy I am to be back. And it feels like it was just a month ago that I said those exact words. So it's been quite the journey. It's been quite the journey. Yes. Wow. Where do we want? Okay. And this? Where do we want this? Oh. Wow. Okay, sorry for taking a bit of time there. So you get this gorgeousness underneath the Seven of Raphael. This is, it's called Epiphany. And underneath it says seek clarity. And that's like, just look at the card. I'm quite happy with this camera because it at least somewhat focuses better than the other one did. So on your whatever side it's gonna be, on one of the sides of this gorgeous phoenix rising, you have all the birds there, and then on the other side, I don't know if you see that, but it's so many that it's almost, it just looks like it's a bunch of color, but it's actually butterflies. So huge transformation on your part. And going on, there's a huge, I feel like this is a huge transformation going on. it's like an, and when is it not an ongoing process in one's life? When is it not? But I think you feel like more so now than ever that you're tending to what's important, you're tending to your feelings, you're tending to your emotions. You really are listening in for like the next level, for the next step. And this epiphany card, there's something around like getting the idea. And I think, but this is, it's like you're receiving the idea, or you're receiving the epiphany around who you are. It's not necessarily, I had this epiphany, I had this idea, I had this insight about this thing. This is more like, I feel like you're opening up more and more and more about who you are, who you truly are. And with that comes heaps of freedom. It's just so much freedom around you, and just yeah, it's so beautiful. And then you see on the bottom there's feathers there on the very bottom that looks like peacock feathers. It doesn't look like, it is peacock feathers. And excuse me, so that's you. It's like you're showing up as soulmate material yourself. Like, we want to attract the person that is perfect for us, but where are you, and where's your energy when it comes to attracting that very person? Like, if you seek somebody that is very emotionally stable, that is very secure within themselves, who is, whatever it is that you're seeking in another, you sort of need to be that person within yourself first, and then you will attract the exact mirror. So there's something about it that there's been huge transformation. You really are coming into your own. It's creating a lot of freedom in your life, and you're getting ready. Like, you're the peacock essence of what you're seeking, and so you won't be disappointed. And we have already seen that you won't be disappointed with the person coming in. It is your person. It is a soulmate connection. So I don't feel like this is a catalyst. I used to call him, there's a whole bunch of names and stuff out there, but I used to call them catalyst people, like a trampoline person, catalyst person, where they just sort of, you might be guided to somebody that you feel like, how on earth could I be guided to this person? But your inner being knows exactly what you're going for, and maybe sometimes you need to meet somebody that will unlock that last thing, or unlock certain insecurities within you, which doesn't sound and feel pleasant. But at the end of the day, they have opened it up for you, and you were never supposed to stay there. It's just sort of a journey. It's just a catalyst person. And perhaps you've been a catalyst person to other people. I'm not saying necessarily that there are people that, we don't always have to be mean to each other, or always, when you learn your lessons, it doesn't always have to be trials and tribulations. It could just be, so for instance, a while back, I met this person, and it felt like I met this person only to break up with them. And that might sound really, really bad, but for me, that was such a big, because I'm such a, I don't know, hard-headed, patient, I'm gonna fix this type of person. And so if I see that there is a possibility around a certain relationship, even though my inner being has long ago told me, okay, this is where the story ends, this is where the relationship ends, I sort of had kept pushing. And it's that silent voice, and when you don't trust it enough to sort of walk away, you just need to see first. You typically run it to the ground before you allow yourself to, like, say, the most beautiful thing is when they're bad enough so that you have the right to walk away. And so this relationship in particular for me, I would like to say that they were a catalyst person for me, but it wasn't. It was one of those really, really beautiful encounters. It didn't last long, but I felt at the end of the day, I was very disappointed when I started to feel like, oh crap, I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be with this person. And this person felt really, really nice and really, really beautiful in all ways. And I had this feeling that I'm not going to stay here. And so at the end of the day, it just felt like they showed up in my life for me to be able to break up with them. That was not the whole purpose. And of course, you bring something to the table, they bring something to the table. But at the end of the day, the major thing was for me to allow myself to not have them be mean, or for not to have there be so big differences that's why we need to break up, but to just trust that inner voice. So sometimes people are being put in your path to show you that, and I feel like there's something that has made you sort of rise up and understood more and more about yourself. And if that is through relationships, it could be even if you're in a committed relationship, you're finding more and more things about yourself, which then will start to show up in the other person. You might think that they're so solid and so real, and this is who they are, this is what they show up as. And as you start to change and shift and have all these epiphanies about yourself, having this growth yourself, you come to notice that, oh my God, they are changing a lot as well, because you're attracting different things from them now. And then we have like a little side note. It almost feels like a little side note. So I feel like for the longest time, Libra, you've been fighting. This is a fight, if any. It's called 7 Deadly Sins. And it's a really, like, do you see how much you fight? Do you see how beautiful you are with that rainbow energy just shooting out through your hands? You're on fire. The whole being of you is on fire. Rainbow fire. So you're in this beautiful, gorgeous energy. You have all these animals around your feet, which shows that if the rainbow wasn't giving it away, you're never surrounded by animals if you're not in a high vibe. Animals and kids flock to you when you're in that higher vibration. They love that high frequency. And it's like you've been trying to send all this beauty out. And it's like in the past, in past relationships, whatever you've done, it seems like it has come crashing down. It's like you're meeting this 3D world with, it's so telling, like, that you see what you're fighting against. It's like you came into this world, Libra, and you landed in this 3-dimensional version with pollution and people just coming more from the ego rather than the heart. And it's like it's just been one big pollution after the other. And it's almost like you lost a bit of faith there for a bit. You don't now, because this is who you are now. And just wait till you see the next card coming out. And I just feel like this was you for a bit. They want to remind you how far you've come. They want to remind you how far you come. Like, look at where you're at. Look at how much you fought in the past with this gorgeous, gorgeous rainbow energy. And it was like, it wasn't landing anywhere. It wasn't being reciprocated. Is that what it's called? It's like, it wasn't, it's like you met in your previous love life. It's like you never met somebody that could really treasure this high vibing rainbow energy. It's like it got rejected and it got rejected. You see how much you're oh, this is so funny. No matter how much you shoot, like you're trying to reach, and you're trying to fit in, and you're trying to make these love relationships work, and it's like it's getting where is it? It's getting rejected. I'm not even gonna. It's getting rejected, and but this is so interesting, because this dolphin card, this is dolphin on the bottom there. And underneath it says, don't worry, be happy. Usually I read this card as like dolphins are playing, dolphins are having so much fun, they're bringing the high vibe to the party. There's like a lot of people swimming, having a pool party, although this is an ocean party. And you're standing there on the cliff, which is a big, big seashell. I don't dare to point almost because I don't know where to point. There. This thing here, this whole thing here is a big seashell. And we have all these bubbles flying across, like over your head with eagles inside of them. And usually I see this card as, okay, so people are trying to cheer you up. People are trying to get you in the game, send you like invitations to things, and you're just not having any of it. You're sort of a bit doomy and gloomy, and things are just passing you by. That's usually what this card is saying. This time around, it's like they ask you to have things pass you by. Just whatever comes your way, whatever whatever hardship you're going through, and obviously whatever whatever hardship you need to feel where you're at on this journey. You need to say, no, I need time to grieve. I need time to withdraw for a bit. I need time to feel this pain. So I'm not saying, like, if there's a bigger thing that has happened in your life, I'm not saying just deal with it or just, forget it. Of course not. So you need to feel where you're at on that path. But whatever's going on in your life, if there's people trying to lowering your, and I know there's not one singular person, except for that one person. We always have that one person, don't we? At least I think I do. That's sort of maybe they don't enjoy it. They don't enjoy bringing you down, but because they can't get to where you are, they're sort of pretty fast to wanting to talk you down, and to then, even how much they throw at you, or even how tough life feels like, to sort of just have it pass you by, to just hermit mode or complete in alignment rainbow energy mode, like focus on the dolphins, focus on the happiness, focus on what makes you feel good, and just let it pass you by. There's something in it that's going on around that right now, and I think it's due to your big shift. This big shift that is happening in your life is like these transformations, this transition that is going on, and coming into this, attracting this new person. You know what, Libra? I think you're about to choose a brand new life for yourself. And there's going to be some people around you that are quite comfortable with having you where you've always been. And what I'm getting here, that includes kids. So if this is you being single and you want to meet this person for maybe the first time in a long time, and kids, depending on what age, having different reactions to you wanting to sort of go off and find somebody. Or if you're already in a committed relationship, and maybe like the unit has always been the family, and the unit has been like, you've been super focused on the kids. If they call, you get there the minute after they call, and there's something is about to shift, and so you need more time for yourself, or you're just coming closer in together with your person right now. Your kids might not like it at first glance because they're so freaking used to you just showing up on a whim when they ask you to, and to just sort of let them be for a bit. Like, you're not doing anything wrong, but they might not like it on the first day when you all of a sudden decided to change the rules a bit. And the rules are just, no, I'm just going to actually spend a bit more time with myself. Or I'm just going to actually spend a bit more time with my partner, which could also be their dad. So nothing wrong with that. That's a little side note. And then we get this beauty. And this comes out under the sun. This comes out under your person. So this is you and this is them. I mean, can we do this without screwing it up? No, we cannot. There. So very much Leo influenced. So Libra, you might have a placement in Leo somehow, some way. They might be a Leo somehow, some way. But other than that, it's the strength card. It's the power card. It's all the sunflowers there again. It's like we have all the... Nope. Wrong card. We have all the sunflowers here, all the sunflowers there, and it's the sun card. Together with the Leo card, which is like covered in sunflowers. I adore this card. I could be a bit, I don't say partial. It could be a bit, I favor it because I'm a Leo myself. But I just love it. So this is like you just being on fire. This is you choosing yourself. This is you knowing who you are, knowing your strength, knowing your worthiness. Carrying the fire, like the torch there. This is you as a couple. I mean, this is a power couple. This is a power reading. This is what's happening for you right now. This is what's coming in. So I'm going to move this into the extended and see what else I can find out about your person, and perhaps getting a time frame, some sort of time frame. So if you're resonating with this, if you feel like it's like you're drawn to it, check for the link in the description box down below. If this is where we go our separate ways, then thank you so much for watching. So happy to be back. Take care, guys.